So last episode of the Road to Rebirth, I didn't do very well.
And, yeah, I hope you guys like it too, because I definitely do.
But this time, we're going to go over the same thing. We're going to go over Empire Magazine's Jurassic World Rebirth, and we're going to review it, see the main points, just look at the overall art, and, yeah, let's just hop right into it. Alright, so first we can see that on the left, this is the official cover. We've seen this before of the Jurassic World Rebirth Empire Magazine. On the right, we have the exclusive subscriber cover, and it's an illustration of the D-Rex. I went over this a few episodes ago. Next, we have this beautiful image of the Quetzalcoatlus in the scene where they try and get the DNA from the egg. I wasn't a fan of this design until I saw this picture. Like, this looks really, really good. In my head, I've complained about this before. I've complained about this in previous videos.
You have the Quetzalcoatlus, which I think looked amazing in Jurassic World Dominion. It was one of the highlights of Dominion. And Dominion didn't have a lot of highlights. From the slim, like, Quetzalcoatlus look to, I don't know, wide mouth, kind of baby bird look.
But, you know, this looks great, if I'm being honest. This really speaks like mutant dinosaurs on an island. Like, this is probably one of the best designs of the entire movie, and if not of any avian dinosaur in the whole series, which really speaks out. And it's a huge, like, that's been a lot of people have been saying that, so that's a huge narrative change, and this could be really good for the movie. Next, we go to the first page of the Empire Magazine, and we can see on the top right, on the huge picture, that we have a new picture of this. Is probably where the Mosasaurus attacks, and we can see, you know, Zora pretty much falling off the boat, but plot armor saving her, and Dr. Henry Loomis probably gonna save her. And on the bottom left, we have Gareth Edwards in the long grass that we've seen plenty of, and on the right we see the Spinosaurus. The picture we've seen a bunch of, like, we've seen this picture a lot, so no need to stay here too long. These are some quotes I outlined that really stuck out to me. So first we have Martin Krebs, the morally suspect company man who's bankrolled this expedition gone horribly wrong. So, Martin Krebs, suspect company man, that's kind of speaking that he's going to be the bad guy, which completely shatters my theory of Zora Bennett, you know, turning heel and she's being the bad guy. If you want to see that video, go check up there. And yeah, of course, it's an expedition horribly gone wrong, and I was kind of, you know, this isn't too far-fetched, but it does kind of shut down any theories that we could come up with. The second quote is, Friend points his pistol at them. Rupert Friend. They're talking about the Velociraptors. He's pointing the pistol at the Velociraptors. They pause, spooked, then back away, disappearing into the misty night. Yeah, you better run, Friend yells. But Bailey cautions him. No, that wasn't the gun, he says. It was something else. We might be back on some very familiar territory, but there's something new lurking in this flora. Something worse. Something even the raptors fear. It's really a horror film, says Gareth Edwards. Jeez. There's a lot to go over here. So first, I don't really like this, if I'm being completely honest. I love the horror film, I guess, but then, you know, later in the article, the guy that actually wrote the script, David Koepp, said no, it's not a horror film. So I don't know, maybe Gareth Edwards is just trying to sell the film, and I don't really like this at all. The Velociraptors are there, they are creeping up on the people, and they run away from something. That's not like raptors. Raptors would never. Velociraptors in the past 6 movies have been something to like. I'll play you a clip from every single movie. There's something to be feared. There's something that they never back down from a fight. They took on the they took on the T-Rex in the first film. They took on the Indominus in the Jurassic World, and they stopped at nothing to get their eggs back in Jurassic Park 3. Like, in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, Blue was surrounded by everyone and still attacks, does not try to flee. So that really shows how, raptors don't back down from fights, or they don't get scared.
Baby raptor, I made a promise we would bring her home.
So this is really concerning that the raptors fear something, because to me, that just tells me that they're trying to market this movie as like, oh wow, like bigger, better, scarier. You know that thing you've been fearing since 1993? Yeah, that's even they're scared of this thing, which doesn't really sit well with me, but it is what it is. Moving on, we can see this beautiful shot of our characters in the mountains. Well, not in the mountains, but the mountains behind them, and this looks really, really good. We see Dr. Henry Loomis a little bit behind, probably upset about something. Zora Bennett, Duncan Kincaid, the stature of the man he is, and Rupert Friend, or Martin Krebs. They're all walking in this misty, like, broken down facility. I just think this looks amazing. On the top right, we have that T-Rex river raft scene, and on the bottom, we actually have a new picture of Jurassic World, or the Jurassic World Rebirth's Mosasaurus. When I actually showed this to my friend, he thought that he was like, why are you showing me a picture of a whale? And it took him a second to know that this was actually the Mosasaurus. So I just think that goes to show like how great this design is, and how they really based it off real animals, and I really, really like that. And I wish they would have done it with more. They would have based the dinosaurs on actual animals more. Anyway, there wasn't much to go off this because there's a huge picture. But the two quotes I did find was, "But this is a different breed of Tyrannosaur that we've seen previously. Unlike Rexy from Jurassic Park and the previous World trilogy, it's bigger, beefier, and even surlier." So that's just saying like the T-Rex is bigger, badder, scarier, angrier, whatever. I guess just trying to sell the T-Rex. But the second quote is, "Well, the place I tried to pull everything towards was the way people thought T-Rexes looked before we even knew better." And Gareth Edwards said this, and it's cool, I guess, but it's really saying that, hey, if you're expecting paleo-accurate in this movie, don't expect it. I would have liked it if it was a bit paleo-accurate, but it's a movie monster, not really dinosaurs. And Gareth Edwards straight out says it here. And nothing wrong with that, just pointing something out. In this picture we have, on the huge picture we see Dr. Henry Loomis looking at an embryo, and it really, I think it's the D-Rex in there. Like some type of failed D-Rex. And in the back we can see there's some type of like velociraptor. That might be the Mutadon, if I'm being completely honest. I think I'll try and zoom in for you guys, but that to me looks like a raptor head and wings. And maybe two heads? Like, this shot is given away a little bit. It's given away good amount, and honestly, if the Mutadons look like that, I think the name Mutadon is just atrocious, by the way, but if the Mutadon does look like that, I don't think I'll mind the design all that much, even though I do hate how they take away screen time from the Velociraptors. I watched a video and someone said that. I'm not going to take full credit for that quote. Anyway, we see Duncan Kincaid and some girl. On the bottom left, we see a picture we've seen. On the bottom right, we see Mr. Martin Krebs hugging the briefcase, looking all scared, and Zora Bennett under the car. Now, since Martin Krebs might be the bad guy, this kind of shows probably his betrayal scene, but I don't think that Martin Krebs is a bad guy. I've said this before. I think he's there with, good intentions, and I think he's there to help as much as he can, and maybe, if my theory about Zora being the bad guy is right, which it's not, but if it is, maybe this is Martin Krebs trying to take the briefcase and protect it from Zora. Okay, there's a lot of quotes on this one, well, lengthy ones. First one is, each dinosaur encounters its own vibe and style, says Gareth Edwards, who describes his cast as his dino cast as great hits of new and old. The new include jet-sized pterosaur, the Quetzalcoatlus, a couple of towering tyrannosaurs, which are told to get amorous. Dinosaur sex scene? And a cute little Aqualops, think Triceratops crossed with a meerkat, that befriends the youngest Delgado. We got Titanosaurus mating on theater screen before GTA 6. Cool, I guess. I know what the scene's probably gonna be like. It's probably gonna be played up for laughs, like ha ha ha, oh my god, they're having shit. But it's kind of funny, I guess. Second quote: there are mutants, horrific gene-spliced miscreations cooked up as a now deserted InGen facility 17 years earlier. So this is really interesting because we thought that it was the research facility for the original Jurassic Park. Maybe Zora was trying to say it was a research facility for the original Jurassic World, which would make a lot of sense. And since this is taking place in 2027, we're talking about 2010 that this InGen facility was deserted, which makes sense. I think Jurassic World was opened up in 2005. Okay, people are starting to get bored of dinosaurs. We need to start researching and doing like random stuff. So yeah, this would make a lot of sense that in 2010 they were experimenting on this island. And you know what? I really like that. I'll give it to them. Like, that's kind of cool. Maybe the D-Rex is because we do know that the original name for the Indominus was the D-Rex. It was the Diabolus Rex, I'm pretty sure. So if they go in to say that the D-Rex, which really resembles the Indominus face-wise, by the way, is the failed version of the Indominus, I don't think I'd mind that one bit. I think that it would add a lot to the story, and it would go deep, and it wouldn't retcon much, I don't think, and it would just add another layer, which I think is cool. The third and last quote I have from this is, alongside the lumbering trailer glimpsed Distortus Rex, we'll also meet the Mutadons. These feathered fiends, so they are feathered, originated in an unexpected heart and mouth animal encounter Kep had while doing some DIY on his front porch. I saw these hideous little claws come out, and this bat pulled itself up out of the hollow space in the column, he recalls. It was 3 in the afternoon, so he was very irritated. Then he stretched out his wings, which were skinny and scary and weird, and so big they could wrap around your body twice. I thought, that's going in a movie. Edward sums up the Mutadons as a combination of a pterosaur and a raptor, so they can fly. What are we doing? Why do we have dragons in Jurassic World? You cannot tell me. Okay, I'm going to show you a picture from the original Jurassic Park. The OG, the best one, the best movie made to man. And I'm going to ask you, in like 30 something years, what do you think this franchise will become? And if you say dragons, I guess you'd be right. I don't like this idea of the Mutadon at all. But again, I didn't like the D-Rex either. And I've kind of warmed up to that, so we'll see.
Is this mutant thing? What the heck? Why is there a mutant in Jurassic World? I don't have words for how much I hate this. You cannot convince me that this is from Jurassic World. Jurassic Park, I would not believe it. And I still don't.
Now I get why those regular raptors were so alarmed. So it was the Mutadons that were scaring the original raptors, as I just mentioned. And that kind of, that breaks my heart. I love the Velociraptor. I have 2 Velociraptors just right here. This guy. and this guy. And to know that they're getting scared and they're being uncharacteristic kind of breaks my heart a bit. And yeah, I'll have to see how the movie plays out, but that's I don't like that at all. Next page we have Zora Bennett. We've seen this picture and we've seen this picture, so nothing really new to see. And you know, Scarlett Johansson, it harkens back to the first film. Yeah, I guess I maybe I would want to say one more thing. Stop saying this. It harkens back to the first film. I don't care. Mutadons and D-Rexes are not the first film. You can start advertising it as, hey, this is the next step, or hey, this was the step you never saw. These were the secrets that they were hiding from you in the original Jurassic Park. Great. Why are we saying that it's the original Jurassic Park when it's not? Nothing will be the original Jurassic Park, and no matter how much you try to make it like the original Jurassic Park Dominion, it can never be the original Jurassic Park. So can we stop saying this? Please? Please and thank you. Anyway, here's the first quote. The final scene Gareth Edwards plays for the Empire in Rebirth at its suit is actually the film's opening scene. So what I'm about to say is how the film opens. Set 17 years ago, this is 2010, it takes place in an InGen facility where a hazmat suit wearing technicians have been tinkering with dino DNA, winding up with perhaps the nastiest, weirdest looking creature we've seen yet in the series, the Distortus Rex or D-Rex. Gareth wanted to feel sorry as well as terrified because its deformities have caused it some pain and there's an encumbrance to it. We are being told that we are gonna feel sorry for the D-Rex, which is, I mean, it's a cool idea to, you know, feel bad for a creature with a bunch of limbs and probably can't breathe either. I don't know, maybe it does die and then like the characters will be like, oh no, we killed it. It was an animal, which, okay, it killed people. Like, we want to give people death penalties for being murderers, which is 100% okay, but we want to feel sorry for like a raging Distortus Rex killing everything in its way. Like, if anything, since its deformities have caused it some pain, you're taking it out of its misery. So why are we feeling bad for it? I mean, it is something new, so I'll give it that. And I do like the idea because it is something new. Like, let's have something new. This is good because it's something new. Let's continue with this. So I do like that. I just think it's a bit silly, and yeah, that's all I have for you today. So if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. It'd be highly appreciated, and don't forget to subscribe. Goodbye.